Hello. Thank you for attending my speech today. Today I'm going to be talking about the rise in opioid addictions in the U.S., their causes and effects that they have on people. Let me first start off by introducing myself. My name is Nance. I work as a paramedic here in Tate County. I work for a 911 ambulance service, and we see a lot of addictions and overdoses of people from opioids. Most of those are people under the age of 30. I have firsthand seen the detrimental effects that opioids can have on people and their families. There are two kinds of opioids. There are synthetic opioids and man-made opioids. The synthetic are fentanyl, hydrocodone, and heroin. Some of the man-made ones are morphine and codeine. They are made from the poppy seed. To start off, the opioid epidemic. Back in the late 90s, manufacturers began giving doctors and other healthcare providers opioids to prescribe to their patients. They told them that they were non-addictive and had no major side effects. They were sadly wrong. Healthcare providers began prescribing these opioids in mass quantities to their patients for the simple point of pain management. They were really creating addicts. Although their intended purposes were good for their patients, their ending results were not. This upstroke of addiction and overdoses in the U.S. hurt and killed many people throughout the years. The doctors and patients were unaware of the short and long-term effects, and the doctors began prescribing these opioids less and less. Whether these people were addicts by choice or accidental addicts, they were still overdosing in large numbers. Some are overdosing simply from trying to manage their pain. Others are simply looking for a high. Don't get me wrong, people don't accidentally try heroin, but some of these people really did not understand what they were getting into. These patients became actually addicted and died. In 2018, the CDC reports that 67,367 deaths were caused by overdoses. Almost 70% of those overdoses were caused by opioids, and 67% of those overdoses were from synthetic opioids. Some of these opioids are sold on the street as they are. Oxycontin, hydrocodone, or just plain heroin. Others are mixed in with other drugs, such as marijuana. Fentanyl-laced marijuana is one of the biggest problems we're seeing on the streets these days. People are mixing fentanyl in with the marijuana so that people get a better high off of the marijuana. This is really killing people. They're causing them to overdose, which decreases their respiratory drive and inevitably kills them. Some or all of these deaths are completely and totally avoidable. I have seen families and lives shattered due to the opioid epidemic. Whether that's from accidental overprescription, accidental addiction, unknown intake of opioids, or absolute decisions to do drugs. These drugs are killing people at an alarming rate. They're crushing lives and families across the U.S. In the future, I hope to see better education on opioids and drugs in schools, and I hope to see less overdoses in the future. Thank you.